Well, today we have stunning leaked documents from the RAND Corporation, and it comes from a whistleblower who leaked these documents to John Mark Dougan. He was kind enough to publish the full damning report from the RAND Corporation. The leaked documents are only 4 pages long, so it's unclear how much of this report actually goes further than these 4 pages. Many people have wondered if Europe's self-inflicted economic crisis was all planned. Was it all done on purpose? Was it all part of a plan from the RAND Corporation, carried out by the CIA, carried out by the Biden administration? So let me just give credit here. This is John Mark Dougan. He got access to these documents from a whistleblower and then published them on his YouTube channel and linked through his Telegram as well. And I'll just show you what the report looks like from. And again, I'll link it up in the description if you guys want to go read it for yourselves. I encourage you all to read it. Again, 4 pages, and it starts with this page. I just want to show you why this front page of this executive summary is so important. Look at who this was distributed to. White House, right? White House, Department of State, CIA, NSA, and the Democratic National Committee. Okay?
Okay.
Not the RNC? What
no,
the hell?
Yeah, they just must have skipped those guys. They just sent it to the DNC and the Biden administration. By the way, the date on this is January 25th. This is a confidential research report. It's been published now multiple times in multiple different places. But it goes through on the executive summary page, weakening Germany, strengthening the United States. And I kind of want to pull up what Red Pill News did a good job of really highlighting all of this. So let's just go through this because it's really striking. So the executive summary begins with the title, Weakening Germany, Strengthening the U.S., with the ultimate goal being the infusion of cash into the banking system by European and NATO-aligned nations, hopefully being able to avoid significant military and political costs in the process. Now, as Red Pill describes it, and as Rand sees it, the greatest obstacle to achieving the goal is the ever-growing independence of Germany. That problem seems to have been addressed with the war in Ukraine and the sanction on Russia, resulting in the killing of the Nord Stream pipeline and the cutoff of natural gas from Russia into Germany. That alone will undoubtedly lead to Germany requiring assistance from other European nations if they hope to save their citizens when the heat turns off. Control of Germany and their governmental decision-making process seems to be chief concern to the RAND Corporation, they say, which predicts that the destabilization of the United States would lead to a quickening of the independence of Germany and the inevitable end of U.S. influence. So what this document is saying, in essence, and there's multiple layers to this, what the biggest threat to the United States is a stronger Europe, a stronger independent Germany, which sits in the middle of all of this. And the way to crush Europe, to destabilize Europe, is in effect to destabilize Germany.
To start there. And it further says that this need is precipitated by Brexit. Because when the UK withdrew from EU structures, it says we, who is we, right, the Western powers, have lost a meaningful opportunity to influence the negotiation of cross-governmental decisions. So since UK is our, best bud that will do our bidding in the West, right? If the UK withdraws from Europe, we've lost our plant there, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've lost our insider.
Right.
So, I mean, what's amazing is this paragraph stands out to me. There's so many paragraphs. Again, this is only 4 pages. I wish I knew how many additional pages there were, and maybe we will see more of this. But right now we only have these 4 pages. But this paragraph stands out. The current German economic model is based on 2 pillars, the Rand piece writes. There are unlimited access to cheap Russian energy resources and to cheap French electric power. Thanks to the operation of nuclear power plants, the importance of the first factor is considerably higher, meaning cheap Russian gas is the entire German economy. Without it, you put it into a friggin' free fall. Mm-hmm. Halting Russian supplies will create a systemic crisis that would be devastating for the German economy and indirectly for the entire European Union. So Rand They predicted all of this. And now Germany is in economic collapse. And according to Rand, this is exactly what the United States needs, is a weakened Europe. And we've seen now the euro fall below the dollar this week. So the euro has now unbelievable.
So mission accomplished.
Yeah, exactly. And this was published in January, ahead of the invasion. So, I mean, to me, it's unbelievable. And it's being played out right now. You're seeing it as we head into the winter, right? This report from Reuters says Germans could overload their power grid as they're now switching to costly fan heaters as gas shortage fears bite. So they're saying Germans bought 600,000 electric heating devices during the first half of the year, up almost 35% from a year earlier, according to data by market researcher GfK. Households have been stocking up on electric fan heaters, including portable devices, sales figures show, amid fears that Russia could further limit gas supplies in the wake of the war in Ukraine. And you have to wonder, now that Germany has been officially sending weapons and Moscow is calling them to task for it, when are they going to flip the gas back on here?
Right. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because if we can presume that these powers that be actually read this report as it was who it was sent to, then to go on and act surprised that there be a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which then trickles down into Germany, right? Just the other day, Caitlin Johnstone published a piece saying we really should stop using this word unprovoked conflict, right? Because these documents, among many other data points, show that the West knew this was coming, was provoking it, was maybe, in fact, hoping for it, right?
Can I just point out another piece of this? Because I can't get over this RAND document. It's so amazing. Putin may, in turn, decide to impose limited counter-sanctions, primarily on Russian energy supplies to Europe. Thus, the damage to EU countries will be quite comparable to the one the Russians, and in some countries, primarily in Germany, it will be higher. But listen to this. The prerequisite for Germany to fall into this trap is the leading role of the Green parties and ideology in Europe, meaning they are going to use the Green Party environmental movement
against them
in order to lead Germany into this trap.
Which is what happened, right, when Angela Merkel decided to shut down nuclear power, despite the fact that nuclear is, in fact, the safest energy, as long as you don't bomb them, the plants, right, that nuclear kills fewer people per unit of energy than any other power that we've got right now, and emits no carbon emissions.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, still took the fall for Angela Merkel's love of the environment, need to say that.
I mean, let's give it up to the RAND Corporation. I mean, they've got some.
This was good strategizing.
They totally figured out how to screw over Europe.
Get someone to fall on their sword. This is how you do it.
I'm joking, of course. I'm not applauding this.